So what we've got is an object which is intelligently powered, which will travel very close to the Earth after traveling close to the sun. And everyone's focusing on the sun. They're saying it will go to the back of the sun and it will release pods. No, that's not my understanding of it. This object is not the cause of elevation on Earth. When I talk about elevation on Earth, I'm talking about when the Earth does an energy divide, and those people who have reached a certain level of understanding will be able to move on to the next stage. And those people, the majority who have not, they'll be stuck in their position. No one's going to drop dead. No one's going to just suddenly see, lots of people disappear in front of them. That's just nonsense made out. It's far more subtle and complex than that. So this object is Anunnaki. These are the guys that did not create humanity, but had a hand in altering the genome and the energy side as well. And for many thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, it's been known that this Earth will do what every planet does, every solar system does, which is develop. I never accepted global warming simply because with the increased frequency from our star, the main star, the sun, the planets will start to evolve. The Earth is the one that contains advanced life, which has been here a very long time. And so the Earth will develop and change, and it will take with it any living creatures that are associated with it who are worthy of traveling. Now, this is the key point. So you could be on this Earth for 1,000,000 years, but you haven't reached the level of development, therefore you won't benefit from it. You could have been on this Earth 50 years and you've changed and developed and understood and evolved, and that the energy aspect of you, your soul, has overwritten your brain. So in other words, the bit that school and college program and the system programs your brain, your soul has overcome that programming, and therefore you have a much stronger, clearer view of what sovereignty really is about. So this object may have what we could call life, but not as we know it. But don't think of a spaceship packed full of beings. That's not what we've got here. This was prophesied a very long time ago. This object is coming through, and its whole job is to not just to monitor, it's much more complex than that. It's to attempt to get on the shirt tails of humanity as it elevates. In other words, there are a number of beings in the lower fourth dimension which are trapped, cannot escape, and are not scheduled, they're not slated to advance. So this was their get out of jail card, free from a game of Monopoly. As this object comes through at the point where the Earth's energy is its highest and this transfer takes place, what they're hoping is that their species, which is reptilian, can, on the shirt tails of humanity, be elevated up and out of the trap they're in. Something that the Hadron Collider was attempting to do, or the bad guys operating the Hadron Collider some 10 years ago attempted to do, and were effectively stopped. So that was a plan B, shall we say. This has always been on the cards. As far as the Earth is concerned, as far as God is concerned, you only elevate if you're worthy of elevating. And there are a number of entities in the lower fourth dimension that will be elevated because they've passed the tests and they're ready to move up to a higher position. These guys are freeloaders. They always have been oppressors of humanity, and this is their trick. They think that this object can channel the energy through, and as that aspect of humanity evolves higher, so they will be dragged up with it. Well, we'll wait and see, won't we? The difficulty for them is that they can see to the future to that point, but they've not been allowed to see what the result is. It's very clever. So the Akashic for the future isn't showing that. So what will we see? Very little. What will we feel? Quite a lot. So those of you who are on the journey, you will feel a change. But please, don't expect people to suddenly, like vanish in front of you and you get taken to paradise. This earth is paradise. It was just made a prison by the original controllers, not the owners, but the controllers of it. So what this will do is liberate humanity from that prison environment. Now, whether it will happen 1 minute after midnight or whether it will take 3 months to slowly trickle in, I have no idea. But this is it. This is why the RV is being held back. The RV will occur around about the same time that this happens, and because humanity wouldn't be ready for it otherwise. So it's not a spaceship in the true sense of the word. It potentially has holographic representations of entities that were around 12,000 plus years ago. It can communicate, but not with itself. It's just acting as a repeater station to go back. It is not affected by the sun's rays. What causes the elevation is the sun's rays, the right frequency on the Earth, hitting the Earth and the planets in the solar system. So in some ways, it might not be wrong to say this is a catalyst, unwittingly. They are unwittingly a catalyst. But however that is, the special rays of the sun, because the Schumann resonance is reaching higher and higher, will reach a point on that Earth, our Earth, though many Earths have, water planets have evolved. All planets wish to evolve. The Earth is a living creature. So this planet will evolve. It wants to evolve. It will take with it those that are worthy of evolving. And anyone alive who watches this or goes through this process is very blessed, because I guess there was a whole queue of people who wanted to come down and be part of this experience. So nothing to fear. This isn't a spaceship full of aliens. I don't know whether the deep state, what's left of them, will attempt to try and do a fake alien invasion, a fake alien landing. I don't know what the White Hats will do. The White Hats want this elevation to go ahead. They want to give humanity the best chance to move forward. And, October, November, December. My view is December. Lots of people are talking about October/November because the object is closest to the sun. But the reality is, if they want to get on the shirt tails of humanity's evolution, they need to be Earthside. They need to be as close to the Earth as possible when that uptick of energy, which is what they hope to get hold of, and literally to transfer upwards into another dimension or out of this dimension. That's the whole point of it. And I really don't know what the outcome will be, but I do know that if you've not been selected or chosen or worthy of something, you're unlikely to get it. Those who've worked hard on themselves, those who've, all the past lifetimes they've had, and they've brought it all together for this lifetime, you've got a great chance to move forward. So I know there's a 1,000 views out there, 1,000 ideas, and I'm not going to criticize or attack anyone. I'm just saying that the ones I've listened to were completely wrong. And why would people know? If you don't have that intel, if you've not experienced, if you've not moved at that level, why would you expect to know? And someone writes a story on I don't know, Telegram, and then 50 people take it up, 1,000 people take it up, 100,000 people take it up, and that becomes a story, even though it's wrong, because somebody created something because it sounded or looked good. This is all about us humans. It's all about the Earth. It's all about the future. And the White Hats know, and the baddies do too. The bad guys know all about it as well. The Anunnaki did. That's what this is coming through. So crossroads, and the Earth is moving to the crossroads. But don't live in fear. We didn't all come here to die like this. That's an important point to make. We came here to be given the opportunity and the choice to evolve. Some took it, most didn't. Those who took it will see a change and an evolution. Right, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.